The echo of love. Philosophical reflections on grief and the loss of a loved one. When we're young, life can feel enchanted. The sky seems boundless, days stretch longer, and the people we love, parents, siblings, friends, feel almost immortal, woven into the fabric of our world. But then something changes. We lose someone dear, and the world loses a bit of its shine. Colors look duller, time feels off-kilter. The world keeps moving, but something inside us stands still. This experience of deep loss is grief, and it touches every one of us in time. Grief is a strange and profound emotion. If you are feeling a hollowness in your chest or an ache that will not let go, hear this now. That pain is not weakness. It is love, echoing within you. Grief is not the absence of love. Grief is love. It's love that has lost its usual destination, love with no clear place to go. All the affection, care, and warmth we have for someone doesn't disappear when they're gone. It stays with us, aching for the lost presence. In a sense, grief is the echo of love reverberating in the empty space that person once filled. The sharp edges of grief you feel are just where that love had deep roots in your heart. Personal and emotional reflections on grief, grieving. The loss of a loved one is deeply personal and often overwhelming. You might feel shock one moment and anger the next, or find yourself numb, unable to process the reality. At times you may feel an emptiness or a hollowness, as if part of you is missing. Grief often comes with anxiety and a sense of groundlessness. Your heart races, you feel on edge, as though the world isn't as safe or certain as it was before. This fear-like quality of grief makes sense because something fundamental has changed in your life's landscape. The future that included your loved one is suddenly gone, and that uncertainty can be frightening. Emotionally, grief can be an unwieldy mix of sadness, longing, anger, guilt, loneliness, and even moments of relief or peace. You might find yourself bursting into tears out of nowhere, or unable to cry at all. You might laugh at a memory one minute and feel engulfed in sadness the next. All of these feelings are normal. Grief is not tidy or linear. It's more like waves that come and go. One day you may feel like you're coping better, and the next day a small reminder, a song, a scent, an empty chair, triggers a surge of pain. There is no standard timeline or script for grieving. Each person's emotional journey is unique. How you grieve depends on who you lost, your relationship, your personality, your beliefs, and many other factors. So, allow yourself to feel what you feel, without judgment. That hollow feeling in your chest, that constant ache, it all testifies to how deeply you loved, and how deeply you are missing someone. In those raw, early moments of loss, it can feel like the world has stopped. You wake up, and for a split second, everything seems normal. And then you remember the loss, and it's like losing them all over again. You might feel broken, but you are not broken. You are simply hurt. The depth of your grief is the depth of your love. Every tear you cry is like a thread in a new story you are weaving. A story where this loved one, though absent, still matters and is still present in some way. The person you lost helped shape who you are. They live on through your memories, your habits, and the love you carry forward. In that sense, you don't truly move on without them. Instead, you move forward with them. If you feel at times that you can't go on, remember that you do not have to be perfectly okay or completely healed to keep putting one foot in front of the other. In grief, surviving each day is an achievement in itself. Give yourself permission to simply be here, in whatever state you are in. You don't have to get over it or be strong all the time. Sometimes you might feel like you're just barely holding it together, and that's all right. Healing from grief isn't about forgetting the person or shedding your love for them. Healing is about learning to remember differently. Over time, the pain can soften and make room for warm remembrance. The raw wound gradually becomes a scar, a tender spot, yes, but also a testament that something profound happened. You loved someone deeply, and that love does not vanish even when they are gone. A universal human experience, philosophical perspectives on loss. While grief is intensely personal, it is also universal. Every culture in the world has rituals and philosophies to grapple with the pain of loss. No life is untouched by loss. It is a thread that runs through the human condition. Knowing this can be a strange comfort. You are not alone. Countless others have walked a similar path of sorrow and found a way through. We belong to a great company of those who have known suffering. Grief forces us to confront the reality of death and impermanence in a very personal way. We all know, in theory, that nothing lasts forever. But when someone we love dies, that idea becomes personal. Grief teaches us, in the hardest way, that our time with each other is finite. Those who have experienced deep loss often say it changed how they view life. It adds a new depth of understanding. Grief can become an awakening, harsh and unwanted, but profound. The despair that comes with bereavement can even become a transformative moment in our lives, forcing us to reevaluate what truly matters. Philosophically, some ancient thinkers suggested that since everything and everyone is borrowed from fate or nature, we should strive to accept loss as part of the natural order. This reminds us that love and loss come as a package deal. Grieving deeply is a sign that we have loved deeply and that love was worth the pain. Other perspectives urge us to create our own meaning in the face of loss. In realizing that nothing in this world is permanent, we yearn for something eternal. This yearning might open the door to deeper spiritual understanding or self-discovery. Meanwhile, some believe that an acute awareness of death makes life more precious. Losing someone reminds us not to take love or time for granted. It inspires us to cherish each day and those around us more deeply. In many traditions, the departed live on in spirit, in memory, or in some unseen realm. Whether or not we hold religious beliefs, we often continue to feel a presence in the way someone's influence lingers. We may carry their memory through stories, rituals, or the choices we make. Continuing bonds with the dead is a normal, even healing part of grief. We don't erase those we love. They become part of our ongoing story, shaping us from within. Coping mechanisms and meaning-making, the echo of love. In the darkest days of grief, it might seem impossible that you will ever feel okay or whole again, and it's true that life will never be exactly the same. However, there are ways to cope with grief's pain and gradually find a new balance. Coping does not mean forgetting or moving on. Rather, it means finding ways to carry the loss and still live, finding a way for that echo of love to become part of your life in a meaningful way. Give yourself permission to grieve. Feel what you feel. There is no should when it comes to grief. Cry, rage, sit in silence, whatever you need. Your grief is not a flaw, it's a measure of your love. Seek support and connection. Speak the name of your loved one. Share their stories. If you feel isolated, reach out. Find others who understand. Grief support groups or therapy can be lifelines. You are not alone. Take care of your body. Grief is exhausting. It can drain your energy, disrupt sleep, suppress appetite. Prioritize rest, simple nourishment, and gentle movement. Even a walk outdoors can ground you in the present. Memorialize and honor them. Ritual helps us find meaning. Light a candle, plant a tree, create a photo album, write a letter, keep a possession close. Speak to them in your heart. Let the connection evolve, not end. Find meaning and purpose. Eventually, you may begin to sense what your loved one left behind in you. Values, inspiration, strength. Carry that forward. Live in a way that honors what they gave you. Let your life be the continuation of their story. Accept moments of joy. You are allowed to smile. You are allowed to laugh. Joy is not betrayal. Joy is survival. Let happiness and grief sit side by side. One does not cancel the other. Be patient and gentle with yourself. Grief is not a race or a ladder, it's a winding path. Some days you will walk, some days you will crawl, and that is okay. Progress is not measured in straight lines, it is measured in courage. As you cope, as you honor the life you lost, something subtle begins to shift. The pain becomes part of your story, but not the whole story. The love you still carry becomes your compass. That echo of love does not fade, it becomes your guide. Remember this, healing does not mean forgetting. You will always miss them because love doesn't disappear. But over time, you will remember with more love than pain. Smiles will begin to return. A sense of peace may bloom. And eventually, you will find yourself living, not as you did before, but as you are now, shaped by love, shaped by loss, and still moving forward. You are not broken by this loss. You are growing around it. Let that echo of love remind you. You had something beautiful. Let it lead you, not away from grief, but toward a life that celebrates the love that remains. Even in sorrow, there can be meaning. Even in absence, love endures. And as long as love endures, there is hope.